every Wildcat three-pointer made. Coleman Knitting Mills will be giving out 3 t-shirts for free. That's 3 tees for free. Thank you, Coleman Knitting, for your continued support. Weber State Athletics is proud to have Adidas as the official supplier of all 16 Wildcat athletic teams. Thanks to Adidas for their fabulous support of Wildcat athletics. For each made basket during the season, the Bank of Utah will be donated to the Weber Morgan Children's Justice Center, which provides children a safe and friendly environment.
Back of the pregame show, getting set for Montana State and Weber State today, the second of the 2 meetings this season, and the 130th meeting between these 2 programs all time. I'm Keaton Galogly with you from the D Events Center, getting set for our tip-off coming up at the top of the hour, presented by Prime Lending. Tip-off, Prime Lending, home loans made simple. All right, time now for our Kendall Ford keys to the ball game. And for Montana State, I think really one of the standing keys that we can see throughout the year is going to just simply be knocking down three-point shots. Montana State has been so up and down this season from the three-point line. If at any point in time this year they find a little consistency heading into the postseason, they could be a very dangerous team that could shake up a few different brackets, but at some point they're going to have to start to find some consistent three-point shooting. So that's going to be kind of a standing key. Another big key for Montana State is going to be that one-on-one defense. Weber State plays a lot of one-on-one basketball, and they don't really score a ton this year. They've been one of the worst offenses in the Big Sky, despite the fact that they're 7-4. So Montana State needs to make sure they keep them down. Another one of the keys, I have a feeling that the Weber State's going to come out with a heavy-handed punch at the start of this game. They have been on a 4-game road swing over the last 2 weeks, so they haven't been here in quite some time. This is usually a very good atmosphere. They've got the highest attendance per game in the Big Sky, and they're coming off a 34-point loss against Northern Colorado. So they are going to be hungry, feisty, and ready to go. They are going to come out on that floor, shot out of a cannon today, so you've got to weather the early storm today that Weber State certainly is going to bring to the hardwood. All right, we are getting close to the top of the hour. We're getting close to our Prime Lending tip-off. We do want to remind you that all assists by the Bobcats today are presented by Aware Mental Health Services, and all three-point field goals by the Bobcats are sponsored by Wendy's. Time now to take a look at our First Interstate Bank scoreboard. First Interstate Bank, home of Bobcat Banking. 2 games underway already. They are both at halftime. Northern Colorado is leading Portland State, following up that strong showing against this Weber squad on Monday. They're up 42-39 at halftime. And then up in Flagstaff, a blowout is underway at halftime. Northern Arizona leads Sacramento State 43-22. Sac State has been in a tailspin since the Bobcats handed them their first home loss of the year. Sac State in danger of losing their 4th straight, while Northern Arizona is trying to climb out of the basement. But what have we been talking about all year when we've seen Northern Arizona? They can be a dynamic team, and they have been a dynamic offense today. So those are the games going on right now around the Big Sky today. 2 other games going on later tonight. This one about to tip off at the top of the hour, and then Montana is at Idaho State today. And then on Saturday, Eastern Washington is at Idaho. So Eastern Washington is idle today, and their next matchup comes up on Saturday at Idaho at 4:30 p.m. It could be a sneaky tough place to play. Maybe that's the one spot where Eastern Washington trips up. The Bobcats need those Eagles to trip up just one time, and that'll give them a shot in that potential final game of the regular season on that Monday trip out to Cheney. Okay, we are getting close to our Prime Lending tip-off, but first let's pause 10 seconds for our network station identification. You're listening to Bobcat Basketball. I'm Keaton Galogly. Jesse Ropolato is back in the studios, and we are live from the D Events Center, the beautiful dome on the campus of Weber State University that opened back in 1977. Can seat upwards of 11,000. They typically average a little over 5,000 during Big Sky play. We'll see what this place looks like once we get to our tip-off, which is coming up in just a few moments. First, at break, it's Montana State and Weber State today. We're coming back with our starting lineups and tip-off right after this. You're listening to Bobcat Basketball, presented by Learfield.
Fans, please rise and remove your hats if you've got them, as we honor America and those who protect and support our freedom at home and abroad. Attention Wildcat fans, please direct your attention to Center Court, where Athletics Director Tim Crompton is presenting a Purple Partnership autograph ball to the first-time sponsors of Cache Valley Bank. Let's give a hand to business development leaders Bruce Jensen and Curtis Butler. Cache Valley Bank is in on restoring and remodeling the longtime bank building on 24th Street. Thank you, Cache Valley Bank, and welcome to Weber State Athletics. Also on the court right now, Wildcat fans, after a few photos. On the court tonight again with Athletics Director Tim Crompton, receiving the game ball, our Brad Lott, owner of Holiday Motor Coach and sponsors of tonight's game. Tonight, Holiday Motor Coach has been a longtime transportation partner of Weber State Athletics. Thank you, Holiday Motor Coach, for your partnership with Weber State Athletics. And now, winners in the starting lineups for both teams. First, for the visiting Montana State Bobcats, presented by John Watson Chevrolet. Starting a 6'5" junior from Tualatin, Washington, number 21, Raekwon Battle. Forward, 6'5" senior, Ipswich from Ipswich, England, 0, Caleb Fuller. Starting a 6'9" senior from London, England, number 13, Jabril Bello. Our guard, 6'2", junior from Pasadena, California, number 10, Darius Brown. And also starting, 6'8" sophomore from Snoqualmie, Washington, number 11, Tyler Patterson. The head coach for the Bobcats is Danny Sprinkle, assisted by Chris Haslett, Johnny Hill, and Andy Hill.
Bobcats are chasing a championship, which makes it a special year as we head into the meat and potatoes on this month of February. And today the Bobcats will need to win in a place they have not won very often, but if they get the win today, it'd be their second straight here in Ogden, Utah. Hello, everybody. My name is Keaton Gillogly. An absolute honor to be with you tonight as Montana State comes in on a 5-game winning streak. They're 17-8 overall. They are 10-2 in Big Sky play, and they're hunting their 4th straight win against the Weber State Wildcats, which would be their longest winning streak in this long-time series since the 05-06 season. All right, here we go. The Bobcats need your support to go for the win. Donate to the Bobcat Club's 3 to Win campaign to help us reach our $3 million goal supporting student athletes. Time now for the starting lineups. Let's get to the visiting Montana State Bobcats put together by reigning Big Sky Coach of the Year, Danny Sprinkle. In the backcourt for Montana State, Darius Brown, one of the most efficient and steady point guards around the Big Sky. He is tops in assist to turnover ratio. That is Darius Brown. Elsewhere in the backcourt, it is Raekwon Battle and Tyler Patterson, who is coming off his 3rd performance of 5 or more three-point field goal makes. We'll see if Patterson can follow that up today. And then in the front court, Caleb Fuller is at the 4, and the reigning MVP, Jabril Bello, is in at the 5. On the other side for Weber State, their starting lineup begins with Dylan Jones, who leads the squad in points, rebounds, steals, and assists. In the backcourt along with him is Steven Verplanken, a 4th-year junior who transferred from Southern Illinois. He scored 16 points in the first meeting between these two teams, which Montana State came out on top of. The other 3 starters, it is KJ Cunningham, a 4th-year junior guard from Texas. Dyson Kohler, another front court player, 6'7", 220 pounds. He transferred over from Cal Poly. And finally, another Brit, another Englishman, Alex Chu, the 2nd-year sophomore at 6'11", 250 pounds. All right, we are ready for basketball at the D Events Center. Montana State today is in the white uniforms. That's because Weber State is in their black uniforms today with a gradient that begins around the shoulders going into some purple. They've got black and purple on their shorts with white lettering on the front and the back. Montana State with the navy blue lettering on the front and numbers on the back outlined in gold. Sit at the First Interstate Bank broadcast position, and we are ready for the Prime Lending tip-off. Prime Lending, home loans made simple. Couple of Englishmen at center court. Ball is tossed in the air, and Jabril Bello wins the tip, and we are underway from the D Events Center. Montana State with the first possession of the day. They hold the basketball to our right. Raekwon Battle has it, moving to the right wing, angles back into the lane, pulls up the free throw line. That jumper is a little bit too strong, and Weber State collects the rebound. And now the Wildcats with their first possession of the day. They work offensively to our left. Hand it off over on the right wing. Ball wrapped around out to Chu. He hands it off on the left wing. Moving around the perimeter. Hand off on the right side. Kohler trying to get some space with 10 to shoot. Ball moved back around the perimeter. Nowhere to go. Great defense on the first possession of the ball game for Weber State. 5 to shoot. Dylan Jones picks up the dribble. Bounces into the post. Chu against Bello. Turns. Hooks. No. But he got his own rebound after a funky bounce. And the shot clock resets to 20 for Weber State. Wildcats go back to work. Chu on the left block, backing down against Bello. Into the paint, into the restricted area. Turns, falls, banks the hook shot. No, way too strong off the glass, and Montana State has the rebound. Here's Raekwon Battle down to the baseline, and he draws a hand check foul on Dyson Kohler. All right, we are underway. Moderate crowd tonight on this Thursday evening. Good weather out here in the mid to high 20s. Lots of sunshine around Ogden today. Montana State to inbound, lob into Jabril Bello, who performed brilliantly in the first matchup. A 3-point win by the Bobcats against Weber State earlier this year at home. Lob into the post for Fuller. He's against a guard, down to the right block, gets a double team, kicks it out to the left wing. Battle lets it fly from downtown and swirls it home. Raekwon Battle from deep knocks down his first three-point attempt, and that falls in from the left wing. Bobcats strike first. They lead 3-0. 18.5 to go in the first. Now Weber State fans sit after the first bucket. They're all still standing 90 seconds into the game. Dylan Jones kicks it into the right corner. Moving to his left, Cunningham turns inside, hands it off underneath, and Dylan Jones able to lay it in. That was an easy bucket for Dylan Jones, who averages 16 a game, third-year sophomore. Montana State with the ball, leading 3-2, 18 minutes to go in the first half. Over to Darius Brown to the right wing, works his way down to the mid-post. We got a whistle. Ooh, they called an offensive foul. Cunningham went down. Sprinkle saying he didn't touch him. Darius Brown letting Sprinkle do the argument, or doing the arguing. Oh, yeah, that is an awful call. Wow, just saw the replay. Cunningham just fell. That is not the way you like to see things get started. Darius Brown picks up a tough foul, and that's his first of the ball game. 17:50 to go in the first half. Montana State leading 3-2 off a Raekwon Battle 3. Dylan Jones out of the right wing. He had a tough game against Northern Colorado on Monday. Went 1 for 7 from downtown. Bounce into the post for Alex Chu. Kicks it back out. That pass is tipped, but recovered again by Weber. Only 7 to shoot. Back out to Jones at the top 5. Jones tries to spin into the lane 4. Pulls up with the elbow for the jumper. That's too strong. Fight for the rebound of the Bobcats. Ooh, come away with it. Raekwon Battle and Jabril Bello kind of bounced off each other, but they were able to finally corral that ball. Montana State with the ball. Fuller into the post, down to the left block, backing in. Turns to his right shoulder, leans with the left hand, kisses it high off the window and in. First bucket for Caleb Fuller. He hasn't scored a ton since he had that 18-point game against Portland State, but gets an early bucket today to put the Bobcats up 5-2, 3 minutes in. Here's Kohler going to the rack. Finger rolls it up and in. Curling in from the mid-post left side, got down to the right block. And a beautiful finish down to the right side. Montana State leading 5-4, 16:45 to go in the first half. Brown throws it to Fuller. We've got a whistle and a foul away from the ball. Charge to Weber State, and that's Alex Chu, who picks up his first of the ball game. Alex Chu did not have a great game against Montana State in that first meeting. Only 2 points, only 1 field goal attempt, and 2 rebounds. Meanwhile, Jabril Bello definitively won that battle with 17 points, 12 boards, and going 5 of 6 from the field. Bobcats with the ball to our right. Darius Brown has at the top. Cats up 1. Brown with the lefty dribble into the lane, going to the cup. Got blocked underneath, and Weber State comes away with it. Tamba in off the bench was able to swat that thing the other way. Here comes Weber State. Kohler down on the left baseline. Lobs it out high to the left wing, corralled by Cunningham. Move back up to the top for Verplanken. He works on Patterson, down to the right block. Fall away jumper on the baseline. Good. Steven Verplanken had 16 points in the first meeting, able to convert a high degree of difficulty shot down to the right baseline for his first bucket today. 16 minutes to go in the first half. Bobcats trail for the first time, down 6-5 against Weber. Brown over to the left wing, Patterson. Down into the post for Bello. Bad pass, able to recover down to the left block and stay inbounds. Bello one-on-one, bounces it out. Fuller steps into a 3. No. Weber State comes away with a basketball. They move from right to left. Cunningham into the front court. Takes it to the top, triggers a 3. Off the front iron, no good. Bello clears out, and Fuller picks up the rebound on the bounce. Bobcat basketball down 6-5, 15:30 to go in the first half. Brown to the left elbow. Bounce pass into the post. Here's Bello. Turns, lefty hook. Got it to go. Despite the stitches, despite the tape that has immobilized his ring finger and his pinky finger, Jabril Bello still showing some touch with that bandaged left hand, and Bello picks up his first 2 points. It puts the Bobcats back up by 1. Jones on the drive and a hand check foul way out high. This one will be charged to Caleb Fuller, and that will bring us to our first pause of the ball game. 15 minutes, 10 seconds to go in the first half from the First Interstate Bank broadcast position. Here's your score. Montana State in front, up 7-6 over Weber State. You're listening to Bobcat Basketball, presented by Learfield.
Tonight's game sponsor is Holiday Motor Coach. Holiday Motor Coach has been a long-time transportation partner of Weber State Athletics. Holiday has over 100 motor coaches and are the perfect travel partner for groups and teams all over the Western United States. Go to holidaymotorcoach.com and support our Weber State partner. Thanks to Holiday Motor Coach. Hey fans, direct your attention to the center court for Athletic Director Tim Crompton.
Delivered right to you. That's a 2-box combo meal. Now throughout the night I'm going to ask you for a couple of things. I want you to be loud.
We're at the First Interstate Bank broadcast position, and at First Interstate Bank, it's about supporting our communities and cheering on our teams. Thank you for letting us be your trusted community bank for more than 50 years. First Interstate Bank, built for you, member FDIC. Montana State leading 7-6 over Weber State. 15 minutes, 10 seconds to go. This game's still kind of just finding its footing a little bit. Nobody's taken over. Nobody's had any runs yet. Just swapping some buckets on either side. Montana State has gotten 3 field goals from 3 different players. Raekwon Battle knocking down a 3-ball. You know, he's shooting 50% from 3 over the last 4 ball games, so he's the guy heating up from beyond the arc. Jabril Bello has his first 2 points today. He is now just 3 points shy of passing Danny Sprinkle for 8th in program history in career scoring. Weber State with the ball. Verplanken on the drive from the top of the key. Down to the right block. Floats it up. Whistle. Charge! Raekwon Battle got a forearm in the chest, kind of sent him flying backwards. He didn't go down, but it was enough of a chicken wing. And Verplanken picks up his first foul. Taking a look at the replay on that one. He kind of used the shoulder a little bit and leaned in, and Raekwon Battle made sure he absorbed the contact. Good job and smart play, as usual, from Raekwon Battle. 14:50 to go in the first half. Montana State leading 7-6 with the basketball. Great Osabor on the floor with Jabril Bello now for the first time today. Osabor gives it to Battle, pulls up at the elbow for a jumper. That's no good. Rebound tip and tracked down by Weber State over on the sideline on the near side. Weber State from right to left. Dylan Jones working against Osabor. Backs it out. Now works down to the right block. Back to the basket. Kicks it to the top. Good defense by Osabor, who describes himself as a guard at heart. You saw it there on the defensive stop. Out into the right corner now. Curling into the lane. Porter pulls up in the middle of the paint. His jumper, no good, off the heel of the iron. Bobcat rebound. Darius Brown brings it down, approaching 500 career rebounds. Over to the right wing, Battle looking for the post. Uses a bounce pass to find Bello. He draws a double team. Long overhead pass over to the left wing. Tyler Patterson has to track it down. Bounce pass down to the left block. Osabor skips it to the right corner. Bad pass, little low. Raekwon Battle couldn't handle it on a short hop. Turnover by Montana State. Second turnover by the Bobcats today. They have really been tremendous in terms of controlling the basketball. They are only turning the ball over 10 times per game in Big Sky play. They are +4 in the turnover battle during the Big Sky Conference season. Weber State with the ball, trailing by 1, and we got a whistle and an illegal screen. That takes a 3 off the board. Verplanken stepped behind a screen from Tabum. Anjay Tabum was moving on that screen, and Verplanken hit the 3, but that was an easy call. He never got set, and that is textbook. Tabum making a mistake on that screen, and that takes 3 points off the board. Montana State with the ball, leading by 1. Darius Brown has it, gives it to Jabril Bello out high, and he lost the dribble. Picked up and then stolen back by Brown. Give it ahead, Osabor, 2-hand slam. So Bello just lost it. Brown stole it away, still on the offensive side for Montana State. Osabor leaks out, and he flushes it home with 2 hands. He becomes the 4th different Bobcat to score already. 4 field goals by 4 different players for Montana State. Jones on the drive, puts up a floater and gets it to go with the left hand down on the left block. 4 points early for Dylan Jones. He had 13 on 5 of 10 shooting in the first meeting against Montana State. Brown with the ball to our right. Bobcats leading by 1. Overhead pass to the top. Extra pass into the corner. Patterson for three. Count it. Tyler Patterson putting it home from the right corner. And Tyler Patterson picks up right where he left off last Saturday. He had the 5 threes in that ball game against the Bears, and he's got another one tonight. That is a lovely sight. If Tyler Patterson gets going, I don't know that there's anybody that can stop the Bobcat offense. Dylan Jones tries an out-of-rhythm three. That's no good, and Montana State scoops up the rebound easily. Brown out on the right wing, looking for Osobor in the post. Long pass got tipped away, and a turnover by Weber State. A rare turnover by Darius Brown, who has recorded just 5 of those in his last 4 games. Verplanken spins, fall away elbow. Jay, that is pure. Man, that is a nasty move by Steven Verplanken. Kind of spun down, stopped, then reversed back, and almost like Dirk Nowitzki just falling away, kicking out those feet around the right elbow and knocking down a pure jumper. That is a tough, tough shot. Montana State with the ball. They lead 12-10 with 12 minutes to go in the first half. Darius Brown into the right corner for Patterson. His 3 ball. That one's no good, and the rebound collected by Weber State. Wildcats from right to left. Ballard hands it off to Verplanken, working on Patterson. Takes it to the top, hands off there for Jones. He gets ahead of steam, going to the cup. Righty layup is good. 6 points early for Dylan Jones, who's getting going. Montana State quickly the other way. Raekwon Battle one-on-one. Gets rid of it out to the right wing. The Cats set it up in a tie game, 12 points apiece, 11:30 to go in the first half. Lob into the post, Bello down to the right block. Skips it out to the top for Brown. Looking for Osobor. Finds him down to the left block. Turns and lays it in with a left hand. Just spun right off his man. Great Osobor. Beautiful finish. He's got 4 points. And Osobor becomes the first Bobcat with multiple field goals today. So things being spread around early by Montana State, leading 14-12. Just over 11 minutes to go in the first half. Out of the right wing. Pressure. Lob over to Tamba. Way out high. Tosses into the post. Down to the block for Porter. Picks up his dribble on the baseline. Throws to Tamba. The center lost the handles of the dribble a bit, but he wasn't being pressured. And now passes up top, and it's stolen. Great Osobor had a steam, 2-hand flush. Great Osobor, the steal up at the top, just tipped it to himself, and he had a clear path to the rack, and he jams it down. 6 points early for Great Osobor, who is bringing it. Bobcats lead 16-12, 10.5 to play in the first. Porter up to the top, throws to the right wing with the Wildcats working offensively. Back to the top, handoff for Jones on the left wing, picked up by Osobor. Jones crossing over the top of the key, steps into a long 2. That one's no good, and Montana State has the rebound. Here come the Cats. Just over 10 minutes to go in the first half. Brown kicks it into the right corner. Extra pass to Osobor. Over to Battle on the left wing. Into the left corner for Brown. He throws to Patterson at the top. Bounce into the post to Osobor. He's starting to feel it with a hot hand down to the right baseline. Overhead pass to Brown. Catch and shoot 3. No, skimmed off the rim, and it goes out of bounds. It'll be Weber State ball when we come back. Great Osobor leading the way, 6 points on 3 of 3 shooting to open up this Thursday affair. We'll take a break. First Interstate Bank broadcast position. Montana State leading Weber State 16-12 with 10 minutes to go in the first half. You're listening to Bobcat Basketball presented by Learfield. Simpkins Holland believes in building the Gallatin Valley's future while continuing to honor its past. For all your building needs, go to where long-standing traditions have met quality building products for over 75 years. Simpkins Holland, a Montana tradition among builders since 1946, and we thank Simpkins Holland for sponsoring our Behind the Mic feed. We've got a camera for the broadcast position that streams live, both to the Montana State YouTube page and to the Bobcat Sports Properties Facebook page. Bobcats right now leading 16-12 against Weber State. Exactly 10 minutes to go in the first half. Great Osobor leading the way for Montana State. 6 points on 3 of 3 from the field with 2 steals. So he's been outstanding in the early going, and he's in at the center position now, along with Robert Ford at the point guard position. Caleb Fuller, Raquan Battle, and Nick Gazalus round out the Bobcat 5 right now. Weber State with the ball to our left. They trail 16-12 against Montana State. Junior Ballard works his way into the paint. He has to kick it out to Kohler at the top. Throws the ball over to the right wing for Dylan Jones, who plays a lot of minutes for this Weber State squad. Hands off for Ballard. He's a good scorer. 2 to shoot. Ballard has to heave up a 3, and that comes up short. A shot clock violation. Bobcat basketball, so another good defensive set by Montana State. Town Pump is a proud sponsor of the Brawl of the Wild rivalry series between Montana State and the University of Montana. It's all sports all season long. Look for special Brawl of the Wild promotions at your local Town Pump. Montana State with the ball from left to right. 9:20 to go in the first half. Montana State leading 16-12. Raquan Battle moving to his left. He's averaged over 20 points a game through the last 6. Pass into the post. Osobor tracks it down. Wasn't quite on the mark, but able to maintain it. Out to Battle. Tries the right wing 3. Count it. Nothing but the bottom of the net. Raquan Battle pouring it home from the right wing. And great Osobor with a beautiful dime. All assists by the Bobcats, sponsored by Aware Mental Health Services. And that's another Wendy's 3-pointer. 3 of them today for the Bobcats, 2 from Battle, 1 from Patterson. Pass up top, that was tipped, recovered though by Weber State. Good active hands by Raquan. Battle's having a nice game in the early going. Ballard throws over to Kohler. He tries a left wing 3. That's Remming, no, and bounces over the backboard. Bobcat basketball, and right now, I know it's early, 8:42 to go in the first half, but Montana State has a chance to kind of pull away a little bit here, leading 19-12. The Cats right now clicking offensively, 8 of 13 from the field. They've hit 3 of their 6 3-point shots. That is a welcome sight for this Montana State squad. It's looking for their 11th Big Sky win in their 13th Big Sky game. Osobor out in the right wing, hands it off for Robert Ford, works his way down to the right baseline, skips the pass out to the left wing. Fuller now with it on the right side. Pass out to the left corner. 4 to shoot. Bounce into the post. Osobor 3. Osobor backing down. Lost it. It is a shot clock violation. A lot of ball movement that time for Montana State, but just didn't quite really have any rhythm. Almost as if there was too much ball movement. Raquan Battle will take a seat. Good early minutes from Ray. Darius Brown into the ball game for Montana State. So Brown and Ford will be running the point guard position now. Weber State moving from right to left. A 19-12 lead for Montana State. 8 minutes to go in the first half. Cunningham out of the left wing. Throws down to Dylan Jones down to the left block. Jones backing down against Fuller. Draws a double team. Has to pass out of it to the left wing. Here's a 3. That's good. KJ Cunningham with a 3 ball. He's a 36% three-point shooter, but doesn't take a ton of them. That was Cunningham's 19th 3 of the season. Montana State with the ball, leading by 4. 7:40 to go in the first half. Fuller over to Ford on the right wing. Gives it to Osobor on the left elbow. Back to Ford on the right side. Into the right corner for Brown. Bounce into the post for Fuller down to the right baseline. He's got a double team with 5 to shoot. Kicks it out for Brown. Brown lost it, and it's stolen. Weber State coming the other way. Cunningham going into the paint, lays it up, whistle, and a block. Boy, Robert Ford looked like he had set up an entire tent city down there. Maybe he was in the restricted area. That has to be the call, because otherwise he certainly was there. He was drifting just slightly, maybe. That's a very, very close call, and Weber State gets the benefit of the doubt. We'll take a break from the First Interstate Bank broadcast position. 7:18 to go in the first half. Montana State leading 19-17 over Weber State. You're listening to Bobcat Basketball, presented by Learfield. back to the First Interstate Bank broadcast position. Montana State leading Weber State 19-17 with 7 minutes, 18 seconds to go in the first half. Weber State with a little bit of a run here over the last couple of minutes. They're on a 5-0 run, while Montana State got off to a hot start from the three-point line. They're 3 of 6 from downtown. All three-point field goals by Montana State are sponsored by Wendy's. Bobcat basketball is presented in part by your locally owned and operated McDonald's of Montana. Download the McDonald's app for free large fries every men's Cats basketball game day. 7 minutes, 18 seconds to go in the first half. Montana State leading 19-17. Robert Ford was just called for a blocking foul, trying to take a charge, so that will put Weber State at the line. Cunningham is the man at the stripe, the fourth-year junior from Texas. And the free throw is good, so he completes the three-point play, and Cunningham already with 6 points. Montana State has their lead cut to 1. They had opened it up a little bit to a 7-point advantage, but Weber has quickly struck back. Cats with the ball to our right. Gazales hands it off for Brown to the right wing. Jabril Bello is checked back in. Brown on the left side now. Goes to Gazales on the right side. Back to Brown, still beyond the arc, 10 to shoot. Brown with a drive, getting into the lane, kicks into the right corner. Gazales, catch and shoot, 3, no. And the rebound by Weber State. Cunningham able to track it down. He pushes ahead to Dylan Jones, trying to get ahead of steam. The Bobcats come over and cut him off. Thrown to Kohler, and he stepped on the sideline as he started his drive. A turnover by Weber State. Weber State right now 7-4. They're in third place, right behind the Bobcats, sitting 2.5 games back of Montana State. If Weber State's going to get one of those coveted top 2 seeds, they really got to have this ball game today. Fuller out of the right wing. Gives it up to the top for Robert Ford. Chest pass to Darius Brown to the right wing. Down into the mid-post for Fuller. Backing down into the paint. Turns lefty hook, and he got it to go off the window. Smooth move by Caleb Fuller. Now, he scored those 18 points at Portland State, but since then, he had scored just 6 points in his previous 3. So nice to see Fuller getting back into the scoring column today, and he puts Montana State up by 3 with over 6 minutes to go in the first half. Weber with the ball. Thrown to Cunningham up the top, guarded by Ford. Whistle, foul, away from the ball. Nick Gazales is going to get caught here, and that'll be Gazales' first foul. 14 fouls on Weber, 4 on Montana State with 6:01 to go in the first half. Bobcats leading 21-18. Gazales takes a seat. Battle onto the floor along with Brown, Ford, Fuller, and Bello. One of the things Danny Sprinkle talked about at Cat Chat over at the Ribbon Chop House this week was just how many different lineups Montana State can put out there. Here's a left wing 3 from Verplanken, and he brings it in. Verplanken gets it to fall. He's got 7 early points. He has scored the ball well against Montana State in a game and a half against the Bobcats. That 3 ties it up, 21 points apiece, 5:40 to go in the first half. Bello holding out high, hands off for Brown. Throws back down to Bello, makes a contested catch and draws a foul. 2 defenders came over and just kind of mauled him as he made that catch. So Montana State will inbound as KJ Cunningham picks up his first of the game. See where they're going with this, right underneath the basket. Who's going to put it in? Darius Brown will. So Brown underneath his own cup, 20 seconds on the shot clock in a tie game, 21 points apiece. Brown slaps the basketball, and we got a whistle and a foul. Cunningham just put a shoulder right into the gut of Bello. That was an easy call. Second foul on KJ Cunningham. Crowd's not going to like it, but he ran with a full head of steam and just kind of used his forearms and shoulder to lean right into the gut of Jabril Bello. Yeah, you can't do that. And Montana State will inbound again. That's a big second foul on Cunningham, who has been shooting the ball well in the early going. Inbound into Battle down on the left block. Working in a post move, turns, fall away jumper from the baseline, and he bounces it off the window and in. Smooth touch from Raekwon Battle, called glass on that. 7 points for Raekwon in the first half. Bobcats up 23-21, 5:20 to go in the first half. Verplanken out of the right wing. Looking for some help here, and he hands it off for Zaire Porter. He's got the bounce at the top. Porter guarded by Ford. Throws over to the left wing for Verplanken. Guarded by Battle. Back to the right wing with 6 to shoot. Into Jones in the right corner, 5. Jones picked up by Ford, 3. Puts up a 3 ball. Rimming, no. And Bello collects the rebound for Montana State. Here come the Bobcats from left to right. Brown weaves between two defenders to the cup, fake pass, lays it in with the right hand. Oh, what a shifty move by Darius Brown. He cut between two defenders, got to the mid post, faked the pass to send a man to the right corner, and then just had a wide open, easy layup with the right hand. First 2 points for Darius Brown. It gives the Bobcats a 25-21 lead. 4:30 to go in the first half, and now this pass is tip free by Caleb Fuller. Goes out of bounds, and it'll stay with Weber. Now, Darius Brown hasn't been scoring a ton lately since he had that 23-point outburst against Montana. He's averaged 3.5 points a game over his last 4. But Brown has averaged 4 rebounds a game over that span, and he has put up 6 assists per game and just 5 total turnovers. So he has really contributed in a lot of different ways. And we see 2 points early from Darius Brown today with the Bobcats up 25-21. Here's a drive. Porter alley-oop. No, he just floated it in. Alex Chu was coming in from the backside. Looked like he was ready for the alley-oop. But Zaire Porter, teardrop from the mid-post on the left side. And Porter picks up his first 2 points today. 4 minutes remaining in the first half. Montana State up 25-23. Darius Brown works his way into the paint. Had that ball tipped, recovers, hands off underneath. Osibor gets up through contact, able to finish off the glass. Boy, he just got absolutely massacred underneath the bucket, and it didn't matter. Great Osibor finishes for his 8th point of the day. Montana State up 27-23. 3:48 to go in the first half. Handoff out of the top. Dylan Jones has it. Fires into the post underneath. Righty layup. That's good. Porter got past Patterson. And Zaire Porter's starting to roll. He's got 4 quick points on the last 2 possessions. 2-point lead for the Bobcats. 27-25. 3:25 to go in the first. Brown throws to Patterson. His left wing 3 is good. Dime from Brown. Patterson, his second 3 of the day. And Montana State extends their lead to 5, up 30-25 with 3:10 to go in the first. Dylan Jones picks up the ball and hands to Kohler. Throws over to the right wing for Alex Chu. Big man looking to get rid of it out high. Hands it off there. Porter turns into the lane, going to the cup. Finger roll, no. Rebound tipped out. Brown has it, and he's running 2-on-2. Brown into the front court, slows it down as everybody gets back. Brown to the left wing, looking for Osibor. Gives to Bello instead at the free throw line. He bounces into Osibor, turns, and he could not finish with a left-handed layup. Might have gotten hit there. That's why it was kind of a funky-looking shot. Down to the right baseline. Weber has it, trailing by 5. They throw it back out to the top for Plankin. Gives it to Porter on the left side. Lobs into the post for Alex Chu. Down to the left baseline, Chu. Working against Bello. Backing down, gets underneath. Reverse layup is good. Alex Chu, his first 2 points. Averages about 6.5 per game. Cuts the lead for the Bobcats to 3. It's Montana State 30, Weber State 27. 2:15 to go in the first half. Bello holds the ball for Montana State. Gives to Battle off a screen on the left wing. Steps into a 3-ball splash. Raekwon Battle from downtown pouring in the 3-ball. His third 3 of the ball game. He has heated up from there over the last couple of ball games, shooting 50% from downtown over the last 4. And he's poured in another 3 on 3 attempts today. Porter on the left wing. We got a foul underneath. Bello and Chu in an elbow fight. And this time Jabril Bello is the man tagged for the foul. It is Bello's first. Montana State with 5 Wendy's 3-pointers today, and they have collected 7 assists, all sponsored by Aware Mental Health Services. We'll take a break for the First Interstate Bank broadcast position. Montana State leading 33-27 over Weber with 1:50 to go in the first half. You're listening to Bobcat Basketball, presented by Learfield.
Back in action on Thursday, February 16th and Saturday, February 19th.
Thank you.
State and Portland State. Purchase your tickets now by calling the ticket office 801-626-8500 or online WeberStateSports.com/basketball tips.
All right, Wildcats, summer bonds are made in the winter. We've got the Flex Gamma. If we pick you, you can win a year membership to EOS Fitness. So let's see it. Sun's out, guns out, like these guys right here. Look at that Bobby crew. They're looking for a free membership to EOS Fitness. Oh, look at that guy. He didn't push him before. Yeah, he's got some definition. All right, we got the student section. We know you guys love free. Let's see what you got. Oh, using you baby as a ploy. Oldest trick in the book. But it just might work. What about you? Well, action. Let's see what you got. Oh, yeah. They're ready to rock and roll. Oh, that's my son. And my daughter. And my girlfriend. But what about that guy? His face is getting red. He's flexing so hard. Using the business props again. Who's going to win the year membership to EOS Fitness? Courtesy of the Flex Cap. Back to my son.
Montana parents know parenting isn't easy. ParentingMontana.org provides you with a way to build the skills your child needs to be successful. ParentingMontana.org, tools for your child's success. Sit at the First Interstate Bank broadcast position. Montana State leading Weber State 33-27 with 1:50 to go in the first half. Modest crowd today. You know, this place fills up to almost 12,000. That's their capacity. And, you know, it's all basically just one level. So from the floor, you can walk all the way up to the ceiling. It's about 39 rows to the Euchre seats way up there underneath the Damian Lillard #1 that is retired here. But they do average over 5,000 a game. I'll be curious to know what the attendance is today when they do announce it. Weber State will inbound. They're on their own offensive end with 20 seconds on the shot clock after a Jabril Bello foul. Toss into Verplanken down to the left baseline. Pump fake, works his way to the mid-post. His fall-away jumper is good. That's what Verplanken does. His mid-range game is so deadly. And Verplanken, after scoring 16 points in the first meeting, has another quick 9 today. Montana State with the ball and a 4-point lead. Brown throws into the post for Osibor, makes a contested catch, bobbled it slightly, has the dribble down to the right block, backing down against Chu, spins into the lane, uses the left hand, and is able to finish down on the other side of the paint. Great Osibor playing like a man possessed today, and Osibor into double figures with 10 already. Raekwon Battle leading all scorers with 11. Jones down to the right block. Fuller goes down, no call. Kick out to the left wing, Porter. He tries a three. Yes! Zaire Porter hitting it from downtown. Only his 8th three of the year. 18%. And Zaire Porter putting it home on the left side. Bobcats leading 35-32. Under a minute to go in the first half. Gazales bounces into the post for Osibor down on the right block. Osibor working on Chu into the lane, draws the foul. Finished the hoop, but I think it was before the shot. Alex Chu picks up his second foul, and it's going to put Montana State at the line for a 1-and-1. So it was on the floor, but still will get the shots here. And great Osibor going to the line. 10 points today, 5 of 6 from the field. Osibor shooting 67% from the stripe. He's been real good lately. Has scored 10 or more points in 3 of his last 4 games. Didn't do a ton in that first meeting against Weber, 7 points, but in 14 minutes did run into some foul trouble in that game. So Osibor will line up the front end of a 1-and-1. The shot is good. Hit none of the rim. 11 points for Osibor. Bobcats shooting 76% from the free throw line during conference play, and they're putting in 17 free throws per game, so they're getting the line a lot, and they've been very efficient. Osibor looking to extend the Bobcats' lead with 41 seconds to go in the first half. Just a sophomore, and a guy who could certainly contend for some of Jabril Bello's career records here over the next couple of years. That shot is good. Hit the rim a few times and finally fell through. Game high dozen for great Osibor. Montana State leads it 37-32 in the final 30 seconds of the first half. Weber State with the ball. Verplanken's had a hot hand early. He's got the ball. Bounce pass stolen. Darius Brown in transition by himself, and he lays it in with the right hand. The Big Sky's top defender with another big steal and an easy bucket in transition. 4 points for Darius Brown, and the Bobcats have a 7-point lead with a shot clock off. 15 seconds left in the first half. Dylan Jones burning the clock down with a dribble at the half-court line. Jones calls for a screen. Goes left around it. 5 left in the first half. Jones, 3. Jones in the lane, going to the cup. Missed the layup, and they called a foul. Danny Sprinkle can't believe it. Some sort of contact underneath, and this one's going against great Osibor. Sprinkle working the officials. That's a huge call. Put Dylan Jones to the line with 1.2 seconds left in the first half. Montana State leading 39-32 for now as Jones goes to the stripe where he's 85% this year. He's made 118 free throws. He gets there a ton. The first is good. Overall, nice job by Osibor staying out of foul trouble today. That's only his first. Nobody has two. Scratch that. Jabril Bello has two for Montana State. He's the only one with multiple fouls, so he's sitting on the bench right now. Jones knocks down the next free throw. 1 second left in the first half. Montana State will inbound, and a timeout called by the Bobcats. They'll draw something up. Here's the situation. 1.2 seconds left in the first half. Montana State leads Weber by 5. They're up 39-34. The Cats will have to go the length of the floor. Save the date for MSU's annual Giving Day starting at noon on February 15th and going through 5 p.m. on February 16th. Support the Cats with a donation of any amount to the Bobcat Club Annual Scholarship Fund. Learn more at msuaf.org. Let's see how Montana State wants to draw this thing up with 1.2 seconds left in the first half. Cats have led pretty much throughout the entire game. Weber State's had one lead of 6-5. That's been it. Montana State has led by as many as 7. So it's not as though they've pulled away at any point, but they have been in front for almost the entirety of the first half. All right, here we go. Montana State again going the length of the floor with 1.2 left. Nick Gazales will be the man to inbound. Run to the baseline. Coming back to the near side, still looking. Long baseball pass ahead. Raekwon Battle makes the catch, puts it up. Ooh, no good. Pretty decent look off the heel of the iron. Battle was double teamed as he leapt up and made that catch and still got a pretty decent shot off. Actually got a little bumped in the air and he couldn't quite get it to go, but a valiant effort, no doubt. All right, let's take a break. It's halftime. Montana State leading Weber State 39-34. Set the First Interstate Bank broadcast position. You're listening to Bobcat Basketball presented by Learfield.
Wildcat fans, please welcome the youngest soloist halftime performer and second-generation circus artist. You may have seen her on Little Big Shots. Directly from Las Vegas, Nevada, put your hands together for Kaylee Tendo.
Let's get Let's get loud. Let's get loud. Turn the music down. Let's do it. Come on, people. Let's get loud. Let's get loud. Turn the music up to the other side. Let's get loud. Let's get loud. Let's get loud. Nobody gonna tell you what you gotta do.
Welcome back to the First Interstate Bank broadcast position. Montana State leading at halftime on top 39-34 over Weber State. Heck of a start for Montana State. A couple of different guys have performed very, very well so far. Taking a look at some of the numbers from the first 20 minutes of play. Montana State shooting 67% from the field. They're 5 of 9 from the three-point line. They average just 5.5 threes per game in Big Sky play. So nice to see a couple of long-range shots falling, and Montana State 2 of 2 from the free throw line. Weber State in the first half, 58% from the field, 3 of 8 from 3, and 3 of 3 from the free throw line. Remember, for Montana State, all three-point field goals sponsored by Wendy's, so 5 of those so far. And for the Bobcats, 7 assists presented by Aware Mental Health Services. That's 7 assists on 16 field goals, 6 turnovers in the first half, 3 steals for the Bobcats. Meanwhile, 6 assists on 14 field goals for Weber, 6 turnovers, and 3 steals. Individually, Great Osabor leading all scores with 12 points on 5 of 6 from the field, 1 assist, 2 turnovers, and 2 steals for Osabor. Raekwon Battle having a nice ball game offensively, 11 points on 4 of 6 shooting with a pair of rebounds. Tyler Patterson, 2 of 3 from downtown, 6 points for Patterson. Darius Brown, 4 points today, 4 assists, and 2 turnovers. Caleb Fuller, 4 points today. Jabril Bello with 2. For Weber State in the first half, Steven Verplanken, 9 points on 4 of 4 shooting. Remember, he had 16 points in that first meeting, so he has really been good against Montana State. Dylan Jones, 8 points on 3 of 7 shooting. Zaire Porter with 7. Dyson Kohler with 2. Alex Chu with 2 points as well. So that's the full rundown of the scoring for Weber State after one half of play. But Montana State in front right now. They have shot the ball well, but they're going to have to slow down this Weber State squad. They're one of the worst offensive teams in the Big Sky, but they shot 58% from the field in the first 20 minutes. But even with all of that, Montana State still leading by 5 at halftime. At Montana's Rib and Chop House, our staff is dedicated to creating extraordinary experiences that raise the bar in each of our communities. We enjoy premium steaks, fresh seafood, and award-winning baby back ribs. We look forward to sharing a little Rocky Mountain hospitality with you. All right, we're going to take a break from the First Interstate Bank broadcast position. Montana State leading at halftime, 39-34 over Weber State. You're listening to Bobcat Basketball presented by Learfield.
One more round of applause, Kaylee Sando, direct from Las Vegas, Nevada.
We are back at halftime. Montana State leading it 35-39 over Weber State. Time now to take a look at the First Interstate Bank scoreboard here and take a look at some of the other games going on around the Big Sky today. We've got a final. Northern Arizona absolutely smoked Sac State 77-55. I mean, just not close at all. You do wonder, Sacramento's basically, they're in the Delta. Like, they are at sea level. You do wonder just a little bit how much the elevation jump going 7,000 feet up affects a team like Sacramento State. But Jalen Cohn went off with 25 points in that ball game as Northern Arizona gets their third Big Sky win, and Sacramento State suffers their fourth straight loss. Tight ball game out in Greeley, Northern Colorado, leading Portland State 82-79. That one's got 75 seconds left. And at halftime over in Pocatello, it's a tight one between Montana and Idaho State, 34 points apiece at the break. So that's what's going on elsewhere around the Big Sky today. Take another break. We're getting ready for the second half. Montana State leading Weber 39-34. You're listening to Bobcat Basketball, presented by Learfield.
Justin Denny is the new owner of a Baku Badger scooter. That's your bad boy right there. How does it feel?
Oh, so excited. Makes the dog running.
And the dog running. I like that. Don't worry, you guys aren't leaving empty-handed. They've got a good price tag for you. Do me a favor. Wildcats, make some noise! And just when you thought the fun was going to stop, we got a guy dressed as a burrito. And he's got a shot and a half-court shot for burritos for a year. What's your name? Tommy. Tommy, how is your half-court shot? If you had to rate it on a scale of 1 to 10.
I've been working on it for a while. I'd say it's
9.8. So let's take you right here, buddy. Come on. Half-court shot. If you get it, burritos for a year from Cafe Sabor. Have you had it? Which one do you want? There you go. All right, but before we do this, he needs your help, guys. Wildcats, make some noise! Okay, so I'm going to tell you what. That was your practice. I'll give you one more. Give it back to you. Here we go. Oh, man, I'm sorry. Make some noise, everybody.
Back at halftime, Montana State leading Weber State 39-34. There's only about 4 minutes before we tip off for the second half. Bobcats have not yet come out of their locker room. Bobcat Basketball is brought to you by Kendall Ford Lincoln of Bozeman, a proud sponsor of Montana State Athletics. From your seat at the game to your driver's seat, enjoy every minute. When you're ready for something new, get started at KendallFordBozeman.com. Kendall, let's start something great. Now the Bobcats have come out of their locker room. All right, before we get to our final halftime break, let's get to some business. Let's pause 10 seconds for our network station identification. You're listening to Bobcat Basketball.
One to the student section.
I'm Keaton Galogly with Jesse Ropolato back in the studios today. Montana State leading Weber State 39-34. Bobcats will next be in action on Thursday against Idaho State. That game on, Saturday rather. That game on Saturday will tip off at 6 o'clock. We'll be on the air at 5:30. Update on what the women are doing on the First Interstate Bank scoreboard. First Interstate Bank, home Bobcat Banking. The women right now down at halftime against Weber State, 28-26. So they have struggled a little bit. Lexi Deaton's picked up a technical in that ball game and have not been able to score a ton. Just 26 points in that first half. Grace Beasley leading the way for Montana State with 6. Darian White having a tough night. 1 point 0 of 6 from the field, so some work to do on the women's side back in Bozeman, trailing 28-26 against Weber, which right now is at the bottom of the standings on that side of the Big Sky. All right, one more break, and when we get back, we've got the start of the second half. Montana State is trying to put together their first 4-game winning streak against Weber State since the 96-98 stretch when they won 5 in a row with Danny Sprinkle running the offense on the outside for the Bobcats back in that day. All right, again, break coming up from the First Interstate Bank broadcast position. Bobcats lead the Wildcats 39-34. You're listening to Bobcat Basketball presented by Learfield. Not only is dairy delicious, but it also promotes health as well. Just 3 servings of dairy a day improves overall wellness and may reduce the risk of developing some chronic diseases. It's a quick, convenient, and economic way to make sure you are staying strong and healthy on and off the field. Back to the First Interstate Bank broadcast position. We are ready for the second half. Montana State is leading Weber 39-34, and Weber will start with the second half, or start with the ball in this second half. Dylan Jones to our right, throws down to the left corner, driving a kick over to the right wing, back up to the top, back to the right wing. Cunningham, wide open 3, no, long rebound, and Alex Shu tracks it down for Weber, and then it's tipped free by Ray, and the Bobcats take it the other way. Tyler Patterson thought about a transition 3, instead gives to Brown, fakes the 3, and drives, kicks the free throw line, and Fuller reins in a 2 from the free throw line. Caleb Fuller, 6 points today. That's how many points he had in total over the last 3. Montana State with the first bucket of the second half. Cunningham out of the right wing. His pass is kicked by Raekwon Battle as the Bobcats have just switched into that pesky 1-3-1 zone defense. You know, we haven't seen this defense from Montana State where they put Raekwon Battle up at the top, and then they put 3 defenders through the middle, and then 1 man down kind of underneath the basket. Right now it's Darius Brown underneath the basket, Patterson, Bello, and Fuller kind of building a line through the middle of the floor. Into the lane, kick back out to the top for Jones as Weber works offensively to our right with 10 seconds to shoot. Jones to the top of the key, crosses over to the left elbow, slip, picks up his dribble with 3, out to the right wing for Plankin, for 3, no. Jabril Bello collects the rebound for Montana State. Bobcats into the front court. Brown has it up at the top. Brown with a lefty dribble, he's going to the cup, lefty layup, no! Ooh, I think that was lightly blocked. Good defense, and here comes Weber. Kohler gives it up to the top for Verplanken. Trying to spin into the lane, slip, fell, ball is loose, recovered by Weber. Dylan Jones picks it up, bounce down to the post. Handoff underneath for Chu. Has to kick it out to the left wing. Thrown to the top for Dylan Jones. Hectic possession. Jones into the lane, turns, fall away jumper, rimming, got it, and a foul underneath. Chu gave a shove to Jabril Bello. Basket counts, but it'll be on Alex Chu, who quickly picks up his third. And that'll force Anjay Tamba into the ball game. Oh yeah, he came in from behind to Bello and just gave him a hearty bump, and Jabril Bello made sure he went down with it. Montana State with the ball. They lead 41-36. So the bucket did count, foul after. And it's Montana State with the ball, 18-10 to go in the second half. Raekwon Battle had a great first half offensively. He bounces the ball down to Bello, down to the left block, hops into the lane, hands off underneath. Fuller makes the catch, and the reverse layup is good. Caleb Fuller scoring the first 2 buckets of the second half for the Bobcats, and Fuller has 8 today. Montana State leading 43-36. 1-3-1 zone again here deployed by Montana State. Weber with the ball. Bounce into the right corner for Plankin. Throws out to Cunningham. Tries a 3. That's no good off the heel of the iron. And Fuller tracks down the rebound. Can be tough with that zone to get some of those rebounds because you're not kind of manning up and boxing out an individual. Patterson throws into the post for Bello. Down to the left block. Backing down. Into the paint. Draws a double. Had it poked. Picks it up. Hooks it up and hooks it home off the glass. Jabril Bello ties Danny Sprinkle on the all-time scoring list with 1,907 points. Weber with the ball to our right. Bobcats leading 45-36. Jones weaving into the lane. Gets to the mid-post, kicks it out to the left wing. Catch and shoot 3 is up and good. Dyson Kohler puts it in. Quick timeout called by Weber State. That'll take us to a timeout as well. 17 minutes to go in the ball game. Montana State up 45-39 over Weber State. You're listening to Bobcat Basketball presented by Learfield.
Tonight's game is sponsored by Holiday Motor Coach. Holiday Motor Coach has been longtime transportation partner of Weber State Athletics. Holiday's got over 100 motor coaches and are the perfect travel partner for groups and teams all over the western United States. Go to holidaymotorcoach.com, support our Weber State partner. Thanks, Holiday Motor Coach.
All right, Wildcats, it's time for a little fun with Will Wright Lumber, and that is the Will Wright trivia. I got my good friend Bill here. Bill, how are you? Great. Bill, how long have you been a Weber State Wildcat supporter? 76 years. So your question is, Jared Harding set the Weber State single-game scoring record against Montana State in 2018. How many points did he score? Was it A, 43? Was it B, 44? Was it C, 45? Or D, 46? You got a DeWalt power set right there, 192 pieces on the line. Should we ask the audience? Yes. Was it A, 43? Was it B, 44? Was it C, 45? Or was it D, 46? They seem to like D, 46. What are you going to say? He's going with D, 46? The answer's D, 46. You're walking away with 192 pieces from DeWalt.
Back to the First Interstate Bank broadcast position. Montana State leading Weber State 45-39 with 17 minutes to go in the second half. A Prime Lending timeout used by Weber State. Prime Lending, home loans made simple. We remind you that the Bozeman Come On In Hotel and Suites, the proud sponsor of MSU Athletics and the Montana State Alumni Association. The Come On In allows you to escape the ordinary while enjoying their numerous hotel and guest room amenities. Visit ComeOnIn.com to book your stay today. Montana State 5 of 9 from 3. All three-point field goals sponsored by Wendy's. Cats have 9 assists on 19 field goals sponsored by Aware Mental Health Services. Bobcat basketball moving from right to left. Jabril Bello has tied Danny Sprinkle on the all-time scoring list at Montana State. One more to become number 8 in the program. Bello has the ball down to the left baseline. Picks up the dribble and slings to Brown on the left side. Brown with a bounce beyond the arc. Lobs into Fuller down to the left block. Fuller backing in. tries to step through, hooks it up, just a bit short, fight for the rebound, still loose on the floor, and Weber comes away with it. Weber State Wildcats from left to right in their black alternate jerseys. For Plankin, fires to Jones. He hands off the left wing for Kohler. Bounce pass down to the mid-post left side for Jones, working on Raekwon Battle, tries to spin down to the left block, nowhere to go, takes it back out, and tries to get rid of the basketball, and does. Cats have done a nice job on Jones. 7 to shoot, up to the top, Cunningham 5, Cunningham slipped, and they called a foul. Darius Brown gets called for it. You know, the first foul Brown got called for. His man really did truly just slip. That one, you know, we can't quite see his feet at his hips. He's kind of limping off here. Love to see a replay of that. Danny just asked the local TV crew. That wasn't a foul, was it? And even the Weber TV guy shook his head and said no. I think Cunningham might have just stepped on his foot maybe, kind of rolled his ankle. And Cunningham is going back to the locker room right now, limping. Inbounds pass, tipped out of bounds by Darius Brown. Nicely done by Darius again. Over his last 4 games, he's got 10 steals. And overall, averaging 2.5 steals per game in Big Sky play. Waldo, the Wildcat, walking around, roaming around right now at home in amongst the big purple seats that extend 39 rows up to the roof of this dome. Jones on the drive, gets underneath, floats it up, off the glass, no. Jabril Bello, good defense. Montana State grabs the rebound. Darius Brown out of the right wing, throws to Fuller. He has the dribble down to the free throw line, looking for Bello. Still looking, no. Whistle, foul underneath, charge to Weber State. Anjay Tamba picking up his second while he was fighting underneath for positioning against Jabril Bello. And that'll take us to a timeout. 15 minutes, 49 seconds to go in the ball game. We're sitting at the First Interstate Bank broadcast position. Montana State leading Weber State by 6 of 45-39. You're listening to Bobcat Basketball presented by Learfield.
All right, Wildcats, it's time for a little in and out fun. That means one row here in the Event Center is going to walk away with in and out. We're talking about a double-double. We're talking about the tasty fries, the big shakes. They're looking around. Did you guys find a section? Looks like they're making their way over here. Rumor has it. It's section L. Section L. But they've got to find a row. They're going, they're looking, they're going. Who's going to get the quality you can taste? That is an In-N-Out burger. Oh, looks like they took the long route. They're going up, they're going up. Looks like L. 19.
See every pulse-pounding, buzzer-beating play in astounding detail with a patient experience that's second to none. Experienced doctors and advanced technology. Vance Thompson Vision, the official LASIK and cataract surgeon of the Bobcats, is your home for laser vision correction. Learn more at VanceThompsonVision.com. Set at the First Interstate Bank broadcast position. Montana State leads 45-39 over Weber State with 15:49 to go. In the second half. Montana State has led for most of this ball game, but they really haven't been able to pull away. Their largest lead was 9 points only a few moments ago. Inbounds pass, and it's stolen away by Weber. A mistake on the inbounds play. Somebody had a little brain mistake, and Dylan Jones now has it for Weber against Fuller. Working his way into the paint, turns, forces it up, and he got it to go. Just a little push shot, 10 points for Dylan Jones, got it to rim home. Turnover turns into 2 for Weber. The Bobcats have their lead cut to 4. Raekwon Battle up at the top, give it to Brown, looking for the post, lobs into Bello, draws a double, back to Brown, up to the top, Battle. Around to Patterson. Into the post right side. Fuller spins into the lane. Hands off underneath. And a big time two-hand slam by Jabril Bello, who would not be denied. He's got 6 points, and now he's eclipsed Danny Sprinkle for 8th in program history on the all-time scoring list. Man, that's a heck of a way to do that. Dylan Jones out at the half or the free throw line. Lobs out to the right wing for Verplanken, who's hit some tough shots today. Verplanken gets inside and able to lay it in with the right hand. A shifty finish. Verplanken into double figures with 11. He scored 27 to the 2 games against the Bobcats this year. Montana State up 47-43, 14:35 to go in the ball game. Fuller out to Brown to the right wing. Works his way down to the right baseline. Kicks it back out to the free throw line. Give it to Battle now. He's at the top. Turn to the corner. Battle gets inside. Turns. Fall away jumper. Rimming. No. Fight for the rebound. And it is out of bounds. Staying with Montana State. Join Champs New Kids Club, presented by Billings Clinic Bozeman. Your $25 membership fee gets you game tickets, Bobcat gear, and more. Sign up today at msubobcats.com/Champs Kids Club. Montana State will inbound. 14 minutes, 20 seconds to go in the game. Cats up 47-43. Bobcats trying to win their 4th straight against Weber. Osibor accepts the inbounds pass. He's got a dozen points today. Takes it out beyond the arc. Osibor with a bounce. Working against Dylan Jones down to the left block. Jones draws a double. Long pass, airmailed Patterson. Right idea. Just had it sail a little bit out of his hands. Looking for Tyler Patterson in that right corner. Sent it into the stands. Stands are right on top of the hardwood here. And on that far side, of the opposite side of the bench, they've got fans who are probably about 4 or 5 feet from the floor. And those are not the courtside seats. That's something different on that side of the floor. Weber with the ball, thrown to Verplanken near the free throw line. Works his way down to the right block against Raekwon Battle. Has to send it out to the top. Dylan Jones tries a 3. That is short, out of bounds. Bobcat basketball. No, they're going to say Osibor did get a piece of it. And Osibor didn't really argue it. It's a good call. And it'll stay with Weber with 11 seconds on the shot clock. 13:50 to go in the game. Montana State up 47-43. Toss into the corner. Quick 3. Whistle. Foul underneath. And they're giving Osibor the foul for trying to plow through that screen. Danny Sprinkle pointing to his temple saying think when he's talking to Osibor about that. Second foul on Osibor. 13:49 to go in the game. Montana State up 47-43. Pass to Verplanken into the corner. His 3, no good. Darius Brown wins the rebound in traffic. Couple of bodies fall. Bobcats have numbers. Lob inside. That pass tip. And saved by Weber. Where are we going with it? Weber basketball. Dylan Jones got a hand on it and kind of tipped it over the sideline. And he went over, made the catch, leaped over the sideline, and then threw it off of Darius Brown, who was out of bounds, chasing it as well. Heads up, good effort play by Dylan Jones, and a turnover by Montana State. Those have climbed a little today. They've got 9 of them tonight. Weber with the ball. Jones a free throw line jumper. That's good. Weber State starting to collect some momentum now. Dozen points for Dylan Jones. And the Bobcats have their lead cut to 2. It's been as large as 9. Big possession here for Montana State on a bit of a scoreless drought. Leading 47-45 with 13:15 to go in the second half. Brown to the left wing. Throws over to the right wing for Raekwon Battle. Looking for the post. Bouncing to Bello down to the right block. Has the double team now. Passes out of it to Brown. Over to Battle. His right wing 3. No, off the inside of the iron. Good look. Didn't fall. Weber with a rebound, a chance to tie or take the lead. Dylan Jones ahead of steam into the lane, stops mid-post, kicks to the left wing. Good defense by Brown to close out. Drive by Porter. His jump shot off the glass, no good. And Jabril Bello has the rebound. Montana State into the front court now. Brown crossing over, gets the mid-post and draws a hand check foul on Zaire Porter. By the way, for Bello with the 6 points today, he has 1,499. So his next point will get him to be one of the 5 active players around D1 that has over 1,500 career points, 700 plus rebounds, and 150 plus blocks. Only 4 other players across the country have done that. Montana State with the ball. Robert Ford throws over to Raekwon Battle on the left wing. He dribbles up to the top, still has the bounce, comes left around the screen. Battle trying to get space, nowhere to go, slings it out to Ford. Catch and shoot three, off the front iron, no good. Weber with the rebound. It's turning into about a 3-minute scoreless drought now for Montana State. Jones running to the rack, right-handed layup, good in transition. That ties the ball game. 47 all. Dylan Jones like a freight train coming downhill, able to finish on that right side. And Weber State with one of the best defenses in the league trying to clamp down now. Bobcats have the ball. Osibor down to the left block. Whistle. Charge. Dylan Jones allegedly got enough in front of great Osibor. Danny Sprinkle is livid about it. Taking a look at the replay. No, they're not giving that to us. They're showing the Dylan Jones replay. All right, we got to take a break. Montana State absorbing a blow here. This game is tied. We're sitting at the First Interstate Bank broadcast position. Montana State and Weber State tied at 47 with 11:57 to go in the ball game. You're listening to Bobcat Basketball, presented by Learfield.
All right, Wildcats, let's make some noise. How about them Wildcats, huh? It's time to have a little fun with our friends at Country Hills Eye Center. I've got Jamie here. How are you? Now, Jamie, you actually go to Country Hills Eye Center for all your optical needs, correct? So we're going to play a game of higher or lower. What we're going to do is we're going to show you an item, and then you've got to tell me whether the price is higher or lower. So let's go to the first one. We've got a gallon of milk. Now this is milk you buy at a grocery store, not at a gas station. Is it higher or lower than $2.50? She's saying higher. Higher. Actual price is $3. Not bad. Let's go to our next item. A loaf of white bread. $1.88. She's saying higher. Lower. 88 cents. I don't know, maybe win, you know? All right, let's go to the next one. Uh-oh. 12 dozen eggs. Is it higher or lower than $2.50? Higher. Much higher. There's no way that was $1.50. So you know what I say? Jamie, you're the winner. You got a brand new pair of shades or glasses from Country Hills Eye Center. Wildcats, make some noise!
Real milk is a nutrient-rich product. It contains 13 essential nutrients from vitamin A to zinc, all of which are important for a healthy immune system and overall wellness. That's 13 nutrients with seemingly endless benefits. Reach for milk and make every sip count. Montana State and Weber State are tied right now. Weber State on a little bit of a run at the moment. They've scored the last 6 points. Overall, they're on an 11-2 run. And Montana State turned the ball over a little bit. 10 total turnovers. That is as many as they average per game in Big Sky play. Weber State has the basketball. They move from left to right. Dylan Jones starting to heat up. He's got 14 total points, averages 16 a game. Very dangerous player. Hands off for Junior Ballard, who's been scoreless today. He's only 2 games removed from a 20-plus point performance. Ballard into the lane, hands off underneath, and Tamba an easy slam. First 2 points for Anjay Tamba. The Montana State trails for just the second time all night. They're down 49-47 with 11:20 to go in the ball game. Bobcats try to keep pace with the Eastern Washington Eagles, who are idle tonight, sitting at 12-0 in Big Sky play. Gonzalez gives to Ford out on the left wing. Working his way right, draws a hand check against Steven Verplanken. That's the second on Verplanken. Huge moment here for Montana State, approaching a 4-minute scoreless drought. Got to get some offense going somewhere. Osibor and Battle still scoreless in the second half. They both had double-digit scoring in the first half. Battle will inbound. Throws to Ford out at the half-court line. Setting it up, gives to Fuller. He's been going a little offensively today with 8 points. Over to Battle on the right side. He lines up a 3. Whistle, foul. No shot. Fouls on Dylan Jones. His first. Shot was no good anyway, so Montana State will maintain the possession and reset the shot clock to 20. A gentle foul called there on Dylan Jones. Into Ford. Gives it to Fuller on the right wing. Gives to Battle off a screen at the top. Battle left around a screen, down to the left block. Pulls up the baseline jumper, rimming, no. And the rebound collected by Weber. Scoreless drought. Approaching 4.5 minutes for Montana State. Jones into the lane, kicks out to Verplanken. He's blanketed by Raekwon Battle. Handoff for Junior Ballard at the top. He crosses over down into the mid-post right side. Ballard backing down, turns, lefty hook, got it to go. What a tough finish for Junior Ballard. His first 2 points. He's 9 a game, got his first 2 here midway through the second half, and the Bobcats are down 2 possessions for the first time today, trailing 51-47, 10.25 to go in the game. Handoff for Battle, coming off a screen, turn to the corner, gets underneath, had it poked away. Bello able to recover through traffic. Bello's got it down to the right baseline, and then he draws the foul. Zaire Porter gave him a bump. Great effort by Jabril Bello, who did not give up on that play. Montana State trailing 51-47. Just over 10 minutes to go in the game. Talk about the shot clock here. I thought Weber had full possession, but maybe not. It was kind of hard. We were a little screened. So where are they going to put this here? Now 29 seconds on the shot clock, and now they've reset to 20. So 20 seconds on the shot clock for Montana State. And Robert Ford will inbound to the Cats baseline. Looking, still looking. Lobs out to Fuller on the right wing. He hands off to the point guard, Robert Ford. Montana State with the ball, down by 4. Ford trying to turn the corner, can't. Still beyond the arc, gives to Battle in the left corner. Dribbling right, still beyond the arc. Bounce pass into the post for Bello. Had a tip free, and they call a, what are they calling here? Ballard tipped it while he was out of bounds, so it's going to stay with Montana State. There's 4 seconds on the shot clock right now. Yeah, he touched it while he was out of bounds. So it'll be 4 seconds on the shot clock for Montana State offensively. Ford will inbound. Cats try to end a 5.5-minute scoreless streak. And again, Ford will inbound. They're actually going to put 7 on the shot clock now. Big difference, almost doubled it. Ford looking to inbound, still looking, and lobs out to Brown just over the outstretched hand of Jones. 5 to shoot, give it to Ford, topside 3. No, in and out. And Montana State remains mired in a scoreless stretch right now. Weber State with the ball to our right. They're trying to extend a 4-point lead up 51-47 with 9.5 to play in the ballgame. Ballard throws to Jones out on the left wing. Jones up to Tamba. Back to Jones on the left side beyond the arc. Jones trying to back down out at the left elbow against Brown. Spins to his right shoulder, draws a double. Fires underneath, Tamba, foul. Gazela's smart play, really just trying to foul him there and make sure that Tamba has to go to the line to try to earn it there. He's 2 for 3 from the stripe this year. This game is brought to you by the Montana State Fund, covering Montana's workers with workers' comp and safety know-how, workplace safety. You're naked without it. More at safemt.com.
At the free throw line, shooting 2,
Anjay Tamba from the Democratic Republic of Congo, transferred from Tennessee. First free throw is good. And the lead slowly but surely growing for Weber State, which is shooting 56% from the field. This will be their 4th and 5th free throws of the game. And his shot is good. 4 points for Tamba. Montana State facing their largest deficit of the game. They're down by 6. Trailing 53-47 against Weber, trying to keep their regular season championship hopes alive. Fuller bounces into the post. Bello makes the catch and rips it down with 2 hands. 2-hand jam from Jabril Bello. He's been a little quiet today. Now up to 8 points tonight. And Montana State breaks that long 6-minute scoreless drought. Porter down to the mid-post right side. Hands off for Plankin. Those up to Ballard at the top. Weber trying to extend a 4-point advantage. Hand off over to the left wing for Plankin. Bounces it into the post. Dylan Jones deciding what to do with it. Back to the basket against Fuller. spins down to the right shoulder down to the baseline, and the fall-away jumper is good. Dylan Jones rolling now with 18. Montana State down by 6 with the ball. 8:20 to play in the ball game. Brown gives to Fuller at the top. Hands off for Gonzalez. Give it to Bello. Then to Brown, still beyond the arc. Brown with a bounce. Throws it into Bello. Spins into a double team. And then a third defender comes over and takes it out of the hands of Jabril Bello. Boy, they've really keyed in on Jabril down to the post today. Cats need to find some offense elsewhere. Handoff over on the right wing for Porter against Gonzalez. Step back, topside three. Yes. Quick one. I think Sprinkle's going to use a timeout here. And he will. Prime Lending timeout. Prime Lending. Home loans made simple. Weber is rolling now. They've got their largest lead of the day. A 9-point advantage. We'll take a break from the First Interstate Bank broadcast position. Montana State trailing Weber State 58-49 with 7:41 to go in the ball game. You're listening to Bobcat Basketball presented by Learfield. Bridger Brewing at Three Forks is now open for lunch and dinner. Stop by Wednesday through Sunday to enjoy our delicious food, craft beers, and cocktails. Bridger Brewing beers are now available at your favorite grocery stores and gas stations across Montana. Cheers to every journey being better than the last. Sitting at the First Interstate Bank broadcast position, and Montana State in a little trouble here. Weber on a 22-4 run, and they have opened up their biggest lead of the game on top by 9. Montana State trailing Weber State 58-49 with 7:41 to go in the ball game. Montana State's been hurt by some turnovers today. Turned the ball over 11 times, which doesn't sound like a ton, but that's more than we're used to seeing for the Bobcats. Brown going to the cup, lays it up. No, did not fall. Quick flash. We've seen those fall for Brown in the past. And that one just whispered around the rim and then fell away. Dylan Jones has it. Guarded by Robert Ford. Trying to back down. Hands off underneath. Alex Shue gets up, got blocked, and fouled. Great Osabor got his forearm. And that's a quick foul picked up by Osabor. That's his fourth now. Yeah, he got him. And a quick sub back in for Jabril Bello. Now for Osabor, he's picked up 4 personal fouls now in 6 of his last 7 games, including tonight. Alex Chu to the stripe. Free throw is no good. He'll line up another. Bobcats need your support to go for the win. Donate to the Bobcats Club's 3 to Win campaign to help us reach our $3 million goal supporting student athletes. So Osabor has to head back to the bench quickly. He's frustrated. Alex Chu back to the line looking for his third point of the night. And that free throw is no good. He missed them both. Gift to the Bobcats, who remain down by 9. That could have turned this game into a double-digit affair. Darius Brown up at the top for the Bobcats. Montana State's been struggling offensively in the second half. Brown quickly down to the mid-post. Kicks out to Fuller, left wing three. No, in and out. And the rebound grabbed by Weber. They're into the front court. Porter into the right corner. Here's a three for Plankin. Got it. Big three. And then Brown has a bump, and they call a foul. They said that's Jabril Bello. He was not in the area of that play, I thought. Well, we got some confusion here. I think they're about to go to the monitor. Bello wasn't right there, was he? They're sending each team back to their bench, and they're going to take a look at this thing. They're calling it an illegal screen? Well, that was a weird one. So both teams going back to the bench. That's a big call if it is on Bello. Right now the officials discussing things. We have not yet seen a replay. And the officials going back to the monitor here to try to get this thing right. It's been a tough day at the office for the Bobcats in the second half. All right, take a look at this replay. Oh, yeah. A little bit of a bump there from Jabril Bello, who was trying to set the screen. I think he might have been moving a little bit. Now, hard to tell. See if they give us another replay here. But that is a big, big call. Okay, I'm taking a look at another replay here now. They didn't really give it to us that time. So they called it on Bello for an illegal screen, which is a big call because right now Montana State is down 61-49 with 6:39 to go in the second half. Montana State just struggling mightily here to get anything going offensively in the second half. Okay, one official has finished taking a look. Other official coming over. Yeah, I don't know. Looked like a pretty legal screen there. Tough part there is that the Weber player was coming around, and I think he got kind of the knee into his thigh. But Montana State has their backs up against the wall here. Tough place to play at Weber. The Wildcats have had Montana State's number for years. The officials have finished taking a look at things, and they are discussing things at center court. I thought he was pretty set. 50-50 call at best. If this stays on Bello, it would be his third. Osabor has 4 right now. Biggest issue here is Montana State just has not been able to get anything going on the offensive end. Turn the ball over a lot. They have not hit a field goal in the second half. You can kind of see what the officials saw. 50-50 call, and wherever they send this thing, it's going to be big. Now the head coaches are going to get so they are calling that. Sorry, trying to hear the or eavesdrop on the official who was explaining things to the TV. Sounds like they are calling this they're calling this a double foul. I think they are calling a double foul. Is that right? That's a weird one. Not sure what they were looking at. So Bello and I think somebody else. All right, we're waiting to hear it. They're announcing it now or a moment to the PA. Weber basketball. Hang on. It's going to be Weber basketball. And I think Bello is getting the foul here, which would be his third.
So we have an offensive foul on 13, Jabril Bello. Then a double foul called on number 20 for the Wildcats, Alex 2, which would be his fourth.
Okay.
And then again, Jabril Bello Foul. That would be his fourth.
Oh, they're giving Bello 2 fouls on the play for bumping around with Alex Chu after the fact, so Bello has 4. Wow, that is a massive call. And Montana State right now has their backs up against the wall in Ogden. Ballard fires over to the right wing. Porter bounces down to the right baseline. It's through the hands of Verplanken. Bobcat basketball. So I was not looking for that on the replay. So I did not see that contact between Bello and Chu after the play. And Bello just picked up 2 fouls on that play. Montana State with the ball. Battle tries a jump shot. That's no good. And Montana State just cannot get the lid off this bucket. They're the victims of a 25-6 run by Weber right now with 6 minutes to go in the ballgame. Jones over the left wing for Porter. Back to Jones on the right side. Facing the 1-3-1 zone. Cats need a little special run here. It's getting late early. Drive and a foul. Raekwon Battle and Bello. Oh, they just gave it to Bello. Battle was there too. The other official coming over. Battle's lobbying to be the man charged for the foul. Off. And they are giving it to Raekwon Battle. Yeah, Battle was definitely the one who got him. So that's the first foul on Battle. Heads up play too, knowing that Bello's got 4. But that does put Weber at the line. And boy, things really unraveling here for Montana State. Know what's below? Tap, click, or call 811 before you dig. Brought to you by Montana, 811.org. Front end of the 1-and-1 is good from Zaire Porter, who is an 84% three-point shooter. Serving all your garage door needs, DoorTech is raising the door on quality. Next free throw is good. Porter puts them both in. Montana State's offense the second half has been abysmal. They've scored just 10 points in 14 minutes. Bobcat ball to our left. Brown fires into the middle of the lane. Battle goes up and draws the foul. Should be going to the line here. Could not quite finish. Fouls on Verplanken, his 3rd, and he will be going to the stripe. All right, here we go. 5:43 to go in the ballgame. They just announced that foul on Patterson. It was not. It was on Verplanken. There you go. 5:43 to go in the ball game. Montana State trailing 63-49, down by 14 points. And the first free throw is no good. So Battle misses the first of 2. Look, Weber's an outstanding defensive team. 3rd in conference at 67 points allowed per game, and Battle missed them both. Oh boy. Those are 2 big misses. Montana State down 63-49 with 5.5 to play. Dylan Jones has had a big second half. He's got 18 total points. Jones picks up the dribble out high, throws over to the left wing for Porter. Cats have led by as many as 9. They were never really able to pull away in a big way. Bounce down to the left baseline for Jones. Working on Fuller. Crossing over, spinning into the lane, turns, hook, up, no. Fuller got a piece of it. The Bobcats have the rebound. Here comes Raekwon Battle down the right sideline, 1-on-3. Hops into the lane, gets mauled, and finally fouled. No, they're calling a jump ball. Yikes. And Jabril Bello grabs Raekwon Battle and bear hugs him. Been a tough night for the men in the black and white. And Montana State will inbound. So it's a jump ball. Cats had the possession arrow. Lob down to Bello down to the right baseline. Bello hands off for Battle. Steps up for a right corner 3. Got it. All right, here we go. Raekwon Battle with a 3. Starting to play angry. If you're coming back in this ball game, that's the bucket that starts it. 63-52. Weber on top, 4:50 to go in the game. Weber does struggle offensively. Time to lock down to the defensive end. Porter fires into the right corner for Ballard. Lob out to the right wing, Porter. Steps into the middle of the lane. Throws into the left corner. Verplanken for 3. Ooh, got it. Big response 3. Stephen Verplanken loves playing against the Bobcats this year. And Verplanken up to 17 points. Patterson gives to Bello. Out to Battle. Topside 3. That response is no good. Missed it left. And Weber has the ball, and they're going to burn this thing down. Montana's Ribbon Chop House has been serving Rocky Mountain communities for over 20 years. Our ability to grow has come through our commitment to Rocky Mountain hospitality, concept which incorporates casual attitude with our commitment to loyalty, safety, service, and quality food. Jones, pestered by Fuller way out high, works his way to the left wing, stumbles. Oh, and they called the foul only once he went down. The official telling Fuller to calm down a little bit here. Bobcats getting frustrated. Bello showing the leadership, stepping in there to get in the way. Taking a quick look at the replay. No, brutal. Just brutal call. Jones lost his balance. That should absolutely not be a call on Caleb Fuller. We're taking a break for the First Interstate Bank broadcast position. 3:56 to go in the ball game. Montana State down 66-52. You're listening to Bobcat Basketball presented by Learfield.
I want you to give it up for your national champion cheer team. Come on, Wildcats, make some noise! Come on, Wildcats, make some noise! It's now time for the John Watson Ball Toss. You know what you love it. It's here. Stand up and make some
Back to the First Interstate Bank broadcast position. Montana State trailing at Weber State 66-52 with 3:56 to go in the ball game. Rocky Mountain Credit Union supporting Bobcat wins for over 75 years and counting by members' choice. This financial institution is not federally insured. Each account is insured up to $250,000. Montana State has been outscored 32-13 to the second half. The Bobcats have turned the ball over 7 times in 16 minutes. Fuller is still getting an explanation from the official after he got hit with a really just awful call. Caleb Fuller picking up his second foul. Dylan Jones going to the line. Really, we've actually seen 3 calls go against the Bobcats today where a Wildcat fell down, and they just gave the foul to the nearest white jersey. Jones on the front end, missed the free throw. Bobcats have the ball down 66-52, 3:54 to go in the ball game. Brown up at the top of the key, fires over to the right wing for Fuller, driving down to the right block, kicks it back out. Osabor at the free throw line, works into the lane, spins right shoulder, forces up and draws the foul on Tamba, his third. Great Osabor will go to the line with a chance to knock down a couple of shots with the clock stopped. Interwest Moving and Storage is the official moving company of the MSU Bobcats. So Osabor to the stripe. He had 12 points in the first half, has not scored in the second half. The free throw is good. Only about 4 or 5 rows of a student section to our left. Got a big Wildcat cutout. Napoleon Dynamite, big head. Got a purple Mr. Kool-Aid. Second free throw for Osabor. Ooh, left that one short. No good. 13 points from Osabor today. 3:35 remaining in the ball game. Weber State leading 66-53. Up at the top and a foul. Oof. Where's that one going? And they give that one to Darius Brown, who is beside himself. His third. He thought he had a steal there. Brown wants an explanation, but he's not going to get it. And Junior Ballard will, no, is that Ballard or Porter? It's Porter. Porter going to the line. Tough night for Montana State. Porter's free throw is good. So Weber State stay in the hunt for that second seed. Right now they're 7-4. Bobcats own that second seed at 10-2. Eastern Washington is idle tonight. Next free throw by Porter. That's no good. Montana State has the rebounds. Both teams have left some points at the line tonight. Brown moving left up to the top. Throws down to the right post. Osabor bounces in the post, and a bad pass turned over by Montana State. Cats trying to pressure the backcourt. Porter had a steam, gets through it. All right, a lot of turnovers for the Bobcats. 14, we got a whistle and a charge. Nicely done. Brown getting in front of Verplanken. That's Verplanken's fourth. It was actually Ford. So Ford able to draw the charge. Montana State moving from right to left. Robert Ford on the drive, gets underneath and got fouled. Tamba livid. Tamba picks up his fourth. He thought he had a block. Robert Ford going right into the 6'11" big man. Oof. Cats might have got a break on that one. So Ford going to the stripe. And he'll have 2 free throws. We know that each home purchase is unique. That's why Prime Lending offers home financing programs with personal attention and straightforward guidance. It's also important to work with mortgage professionals who live and work within your Bobcat community. Give one of your local Prime Lending loan officers a call today. Prime Lending, home loans made simple. First free throw is good for Robert Ford. His second is no good, so he splits the pair. Montana State having a rough night, reverting back to their early season form at the line. 4 of 8 from the stripe, and a bad pass with the pressure in the backcourt. Bobcats force a turnover. It's Montana State basketball. Cats down 67-54, 2:57 to go in the ball game. This thing has gotten clunky late. Two teams with great defensive pressure. Montana State with the ball from right to left. Ford into the front court. Pestered and fouled, and Steven Verplanken is fouled out of this ball game. He was reaching in and he hit him on the forearm. That's a big call. Verplanken's been one of the star offensive performers with 17 in this game. So Verplanken fouls out. Glimmer, just slight sliver of hope for Montana State. Down 67-54 with 2:53 to go in the game. So trailing by 13 with 3 minutes left, and Robert Ford's going to the line. Verplanken the first to foul out. Bello on the bench with 4. Osabor on the floor with 4. It's been an ugly offensive game for Montana State in a lot of ways. They're actually shooting 54%, but 14 turnovers has been a big part of this one. Free throw is good. They've been out rebounded by 5. They've left 4 points at the free throw line. They're now 5 of 9 after that shot. Ford lining it up, next shot, that's good, so hits them both. 67-56, Cats down by 11 with 2:53 to go. Lob into the backcourt, Cats pressuring, and a foul. Got into kind of his area. Verticality foul on Caleb Fuller, his third. And that'll walk Weber all the way down to the free throw line. Wildcats need to hit their free throws here down the stretch. Actually 7th in the conference in free throw shooting at 73% in Big Sky play. KJ Cunningham is 79%. He's 15 of 19 from the line. Cunningham's free throw is good. Back to a 12-point game in favor of Weber with 2:52 to go in the game. Next shot up, and Cunningham knocks them both down. 69-56, Cats down, 2:50 remaining in the game. Ford crossing over into the lane, kicks it out, and it's knocked out of bounds, bouncing off the head of a cheerleader, yike. Dylan Jones making sure everybody's okay. Staying here with Montana State. Cats trying to keep things coming. One of the cheerleaders now reenacting where she got plunked. So Montana State to inbound underneath their own cup. Need some quick points. Gazales accepts the inbounds pass into Osabor in the lane. Stumbles, gets it up, and got it to go anyway with a left hand. Kind of lost his balance, but still able to finish his first field goal in the second half. Montana State down 69-58. 2:30 remaining in the game. Jones into the front court, out to Ballard. He sets it up. Into the final moments of this game with 2:25 left. Weber State using that clock to their advantage. Not many possessions left tonight. Ballard into the lane, going to the rack. Got blocked by Patterson. Bobcats pick it up. Robert Ford working down the right sideline. Throws ahead for Fuller. Makes the catch. Goes right up and lays it in. That's what you got to do. The Bobcats have it back to a 9-point deficit with 2:05 remaining. Bounce pass in deep in the backcourt. Cunningham picked up by Ford and Fuller. Thrown out to Jones. And then that one knocked free by Gonzalez. Bobcats have the steal. Ford steps into a topside three. Ring it up. We got a 6-point game. Bobcats were down by 13. And now they've come roaring back and they trail 69-63. Gonzalez the steal. Ford the bucket. And the Bobcats are right back in this baby. And Robert Ford has been an absolute menace, both defensively and pushing the tempo out of the point guard position. And the Cats showing some serious depth. And it's Robert Ford with his first field goal of the ball game. He's got 6 points, all in the second half. And Montana State, with 1:51 left, is right back in this thing after forcing a couple of turnovers. And the best defense in the Big Sky is using that side of the ball to get back into this thing. Wow. Tip of the cap to Robert Ford. Talk about some depth. Ford, Fuller, Patterson, Osabor, and Gonzalez showing some fight on the floor right now. 3 bench players, 2 starters. Full court press again by Montana State into Ballard near the baseline. Cats back it off just a little bit, down by 6. And Jones breaks the timeline just now. Ooh, that was really close to a 10 count. Trapped near the half court line, throws over the left wing, into the left corner. Ooh, almost turned it over. And a foul on Gonzalez. Wow, I thought that was an over and back. Do the call the foul on Gonzalez. And Jones was just kind of hovering around that half court line. Close call. And free throws here for Dyson Kohler. The chance to make this an 8-point game. 1:32 left. First free throw for Kohler, good. Dyson Kohler 86% from the free throw line. Weber State tonight, though, has left a few there. They're now 11 of 15. Big free throw here in a 7-point game. The shot is up and good. It's an 8-point game now after the Kohler free throw. 92 seconds left. Bobcats trailing 71-63. Gonzalez trying to drive, gets in deep, hands off for Fuller down to the left baseline. Fuller backing down to the left block, kicks it out to Gonzalez, give it to Ford. He'll set it up with 20 on the shot clock. Ford driving down to the mid-post right side, breaks his defender's ankles, out to Gonzalez, left corner three. No, little flat. Offensive, or defensive rebound rather, by Weber State. Cats pressure in the backcourt with 1:09 left in the game. Over to Cunningham at the half-court line with 2 seconds to break it, and he does to Jones. And now Dylan Jones slows it down, and Montana State's going to need to foul here. They're passing it around into the lane. Jones hands it off. Then Ballard's got it at the top, 10 to shoot, so no foul now. 8 to shoot, and then 7. Dylan Jones with the bounce. 5 to shoot. Jones against Fuller, trying to put the dagger in, down to the left baseline. Blocked by Osabor, out of bounds. And they say a shot clock violation. It is. The Cats do get the stop. They're down by 8. Montana State basketball. 43.5 seconds left. They're going to check the clock. Montana State at Idaho State next on Saturday. 6 o'clock tip. Will be on the air for that one at 5:30. Women coming from behind tonight. They're up 66-52 with about 2 minutes to go in the ballgame. Darian White, who was scoreless in the first half, rips off 23 points in the second half. Now the women shoot 52% in that second half. So big second half for Tricia Binford and the crew. Here, Montana State trailing 71-63. Weber State trying to stay in the hunt for that second seed. Weber right now 7-4. Montana State 10-2. Their 5-game winning streak on life support here with 44 seconds left. Weber 71, Montana State 63. Bobcats to inbound underneath their own basket. Or excuse me, underneath the Weber basket, so going the length of the floor. 44.1 on the clock after the review. They give it to Ford, who's quickly across the timeline. He takes it down to the right baseline, gets in underneath, hands off for Fuller, makes the catch. One dribble, goes up, got blocked, out of bounds, staying with the Bobcats. Still down by 8. Boy, they got as close as 6. Weber's hit some late shots. Ford to inbound. Looking underneath his own cup. Gives it to Osabor on the left wing. He works his way into the lane, spins right shoulder, lays it up. No! And Weber has the rebound. The Bobcats have to foul. They're trying to steal it first. And he barely breaks the timeline. Ballard in the front court. And then finally a foul called. And he thought there was a travel there. And he's saying, Mr. Travel. The official kind of rolls his eyes and walks away. Weber State looking for their 89th win all time in this head-to-head matchup. Junior Ballard going to the line with 19 seconds left. Montana State just did not have it on the offensive side of the second half in particular. They had a little bit of a flurry here late. Checking the clock again. Officials going to the monitor. I remind you that Prime Lending offers home financing programs with personal attention, straightforward guidance. It's also important to work with mortgage professionals who live and work within your own Bobcat community. Give one of your local Prime Lending officers a call today. Prime Lending, home loans made simple. As of right now, 19.4 on the clock. Tough night for Montana State today. They did get 3 players into double figures. 15 for Osabor, 14 for Battle, 10 for Fuller. 8 for Bello on 4 of 4 shooting with 5 rebounds, but he's struggled a little bit today. Just tough to get his shots off. They really collapsed on him. Patterson 6 points. Brown with 4. Robert Ford with 6 points all in the second half. Montana State hit 5 threes in the first half. They got 2 late threes here. Kind of an odd officiating night in some ways. And it looks like they got the clock right. Right now at 19.4. That's where it was when they originally stopped it.
Time on the clock. Clock is correct. At the free throw line now for the Wildcats, 24.
No, it's supposed to be 19.5. There we go. So the PA was wrong. It's 19.5. So an extra 10th of the second on the clock. Ballard's first free throw is good. Montana State giving up 72 points right now to Weber with another free throw coming. They only average 66 a game. Next free throw is up and good. Timeout called by Weber. All timeout sponsored by Prime Lending. Montana State in this ball game shooting 53%, but it's a little bit of an aberration. They really kind of slowed down offensively in this second half. 7 of 17 from 3, 41%. Only 6 of 10 from the free throw line. Weber State out rebounding Montana State 26-22. Weber shooting 57% from the field. That's more than 10 percentage points better than they've shot this season. They've had a lot of big threes, 7 of 17, 4 of 18 from the free throw line. So 7 Wendy's three-pointers for Montana State. 15 assists presented by Aware Mental Health Services. 14 turnovers by the Bobcats. It's kind of high. Osabor, Bello, each with 5. Brown with 4. So according to the stat sheet, only 3 Bobcats have turned the ball over, but all have had 4 or more turnovers. 19 seconds left. Bobcats down 10 with the ball. Gonzalez inbounds to Ford. He's got a head of steam down the left sideline, crosses over to the top of the key, steps into a topside 3, rims out no good. Osabor grabs the rebound, 1 dribble, goes right back up, missed the layup, got his own rebound, 8 seconds left. Osabor puts it up and draws the foul. Oh, they called the offensive foul. So Osabor has fouled out. The Bobcats will have their 5-game winning streak ended. That was the right call by the official. Jones was definitely set up. So Osibor fouls out. Sam Lekalot getting into the ball game for the first time today. And Jed Miller checking into the game with 7 seconds left. So Montana State will fall to 17-9, 10-3 in Big Sky play. Weber State 13-2 and 8-4 in Big Sky play. Inbounds comes into Cunningham, and the clock will wind down. Coming up next, Ribbon Chop House postgame show. Bobcats fall 73-63. Back after this, you're listening to Bobcat Basketball presented by Learfield. (10-4). Let's do it right when we get back. And how long do they last? Can we cut that down? Can we cut that down to like... Okay. Welcome to the Ribbon Chop House postgame show. Ribbon Chop House, home of premium steaks, fresh seafood, award-winning baby back ribs, all served in a casual atmosphere. Montana State falls today 73-63 against Weber State. Let's pause 10 seconds for our network station identification. This is Bobcat Basketball. Welcome back at Montana's Ribbon Chop House. Our staff is dedicated to creating extraordinary experiences that raise the bar in each of our communities. Enjoy premium steaks, fresh seafood, award-winning baby back ribs. We look forward to sharing a little Rocky Mountain hospitality with you. We'll take a break. Montana State falls today 73-63 against Weber State. You're listening to Bobcat Basketball presented by Learfield. Well, no, I got my head coach coming here in like 5 minutes.
We're just doing it.
Yeah. All right, I got Danny coming up next. Yeah. Back on the Raymond Chop House postgame show, Montana State falls 73-63 against Weber State. Montana's Raymond Chop House. We have been serving Rocky Mountain communities for over 20 years. Our ability to grow has come through our commitment to Rocky Mountain hospitality, a concept which incorporates a casual attitude with our commitment to loyalty, safety, service, and quality food. We hope you'll be our guest at one of our Montana locations soon. All right, we're going to take another break, but Danny Sprinkle on the other side of this timeout. Cats fall by 10 against Weber to go to 17-9 and 10-3 in Big Sky play. Their 5-game winning streak snapped with a loss today. You're listening to Bobcat Basketball presented by Learfield.
First 3 minutes we made a couple, and that's where we were getting to our 1-3-1, which was success. I don't know if we got it up to 9 or
it was 9, yeah.
It was, yeah, and then we just started, just kicking the ball around. Our post guys, your post guys can't have 11 turnovers combined between the two of them. And give Weber credit, like they guarded. I thought they did a really good job, packing the paint. They came down and doubled, and we didn't handle it very well. and they capitalized. So it seemed like forever we went without even scoring. Even Darius off ball screens wasn't as aggressive. We had 2 wide open layups that we missed in the second half that would have gave us some breathing room. And you have to do that to beat good teams on the road. You can't make too many mistakes. We had some missed free throws, but 15 turnovers. That killed us, and I think 9 or 10 of them were in the second half. But credit to I thought their defense was tremendous.
Yeah, it was about a 6-minute scoring drought there in that second half. But at the end of the game, it looked like Robert Ford at least provided a spark and really brought some fight. Obviously, didn't come up on the right side, but what did you see from Ford kind of pushing the envelope there at the end of the game?
Yeah, he got aggressive, and that's what we need him to do. I don't need him being up top, being soft. Like he's got to go. That's one of his strengths, and he's got to start forcing the issue a little bit. Getting the ball to the paint and doing a better job of that. But I thought defensively, he was fighting, he was scrapping. That group the last 4 minutes I thought fought and scrapped.
All right, well, time to flush it. Back to work on Saturday.
Yep, that's all we can do right now. Got to get better.
All right, appreciate it, Coach.
You bet.
All right, we'll take a break. Montana State falling today 73-63 against Weber State. Back after this, you're listening to the Raymond Chop House postgame show, and this is Bobcat Basketball presented by Learfield.